tell you the story about this car. I got this truck here for free, 100% free. What's up, everybody? I don't really know what's going on with my attire at the moment. I look a little bit hobo-ish, but you know, just it is what it is. Just finished my tea not too long ago. Right now it is 2:47 and I have not eaten anything at all. I thought it'd be cool to bring y'all along for another one of my favorite meals. Super quick and easy. And I'm gonna have a little chat with you on the way there and back. Subscriber, it said something on my channel that I thought was interesting. I'm gonna comment on it. You hear that? This might be your first time hearing a Tesla fire up like that, so you're welcome. This is a Ford Bentley. Subscriber had hit me up in a comment and had asked me if I can give him some advice on his car situation. And he saw that my car was raggedy, basically. And he was trying to say it as polite as possible. So I'm gonna give you some insight, man. Let me tell you the story about this car. I got this truck here for free, 100% free. So way back when, I used to be a car salesman, right? Well, in comes one day this gentleman and his wife looking for a new SUV, and I happened to be the only person outside. Nobody else wanted to take them at this time, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna go for it. And I spent probably, I would say, all of my shift, 6 to 8 hours with this guy, looking at several different types of cars. And we go to one car and he'd be like, no, you know what? I think I like the other color. And he'd go to another car. Oh, you know what? I like the interior in the other color. We got to test drive in one car, and his wife was just fed up. She was sick of it. I could see it on her face. Every time I looked back at her while we were test driving, she was rolling her eyes and all this stuff. So I looked back at her one time while he was making comments on the car saying he liked it. She ended up mouthing to me, she goes, watch this. So I was like, I don't know what she's gonna do, but I'm gonna sit back and let her do her thing. So she proceeds to sell her husband on the truck for me. And she says, yeah, I really like this. This would be great for the grandkids. And then he was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. You know, for the grandkids, this would be great. It's got plenty of headroom, leg room. It'd be great for them. Long story short, we get him back. He buys the car full price. And I get him the financing. He gets his car. And I hand over the keys after doing the demonstration, showing him the bells and whistles. And so I handed him the keys. I was like, here you go, Mr. Merkel. Here are the keys to your new vehicle. And I hope you enjoy it. And he looks at me and he says, well, Mr. West, I've gotten the keys to my new vehicle. When are you going to pick up the keys to yours? And I'm looking at this man like, bro, you just bought a $27,000 vehicle. Ain't no way, even with the discount that I get, I'm going to be able to afford this. I just don't know what you're talking about. So I ended up asking him, you know, what is he talking about? I said, I can't afford a car. I'm not getting a new car. Well, he ended up telling me, he was like, no, I'm gonna give you my car. I was like, the trade-in that we were talking about? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you my car. I was like, I can't take that. I just can't. To which he replies, yes, you can. Listen, I can't trade it in. It's not worth $500. I can't do anything with it. I'm just gonna give it to you. And at this point, I'm just like, I don't even know how to respond, you know, because I'm used to doing everything on my own or trying to, I don't know, I guess not be a hindrance to other people. So I don't do well with charity. I try to make things happen on my own. Anyway, he looked at me after me denying several times that I would take the vehicle, and he basically says, if you don't take this vehicle, somebody else will. I'm coming up here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'll have the vehicle here. If you don't want it, somebody else is gonna get it. So I advise you to be here in the morning unless you don't want it. So I get up there. It was a rainy day, I'll never forget it. And he gave me the keys to the truck that I'm sitting in today. And I've had this truck, it's been good to me for a very long time. And I've never allowed, you know, this vehicle to define who I am or what I'm capable of, because like somebody said in the comment, they even mentioned, they said that it's wealth is in the mind, not in the pocket. And I don't think I've ever heard that put so eloquently. I think that's awesome. I think the fact that these kids are over here looking at me while I'm vlogging is really funny. But I don't care. They're about to get put on camera. So my advice to you would be, you need to find out who you truly are. You need to find out, you know, the things that define who you are outside of materialistic things, because all those things are not infinite. They're all finite. Your soul, your personality, who you are and what you represent and what you do and leave behind on this earth, the people you come into contact with, how you treat people, those are the things that are not tangible. Those are the things that matter. And being good at those things can sometimes result in getting material or tangible things. So my advice would be, work more on who you are and defining who you are as a person. And that's not as easy as it sounds, I know that, but nothing that anybody can give you, nothing that you can buy, nothing that you have, none of that stuff is gonna validate you. Every time I get into this vehicle, I feel like I'm getting into a Bugatti, man. Only because of how it was given to me. It's a constant reminder that there's still good people out there. And it's also a constant reminder that I need to be a better person every day. Because this truck to me was so much of a blessing. One day I'm gonna have a new vehicle. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna be rolling in style. I don't know how soon that's gonna be, but it's gonna happen. But I don't base my image, who I am and what I am on this vehicle. I don't do it in this vehicle. I won't do it in my new vehicle. Yeah, I'm gonna feel good when I have a new car because I've never owned a new car. But you have to understand, where you are now is not where you're gonna be. You know? You used to not know how to walk. You used to not be able to clean your butt by yourself. You used to not be able to, you know, feed yourself, clothe yourself. You were a baby at some point. You had to grow. If that ain't humbling, I don't know what is, man. So everybody grows at some point. Everybody comes to. And I'm about to come to Aldi and get these ingredients. So basically what we need to get, so this is basically how you do it. You can add or take away any of the ingredients here. Like if you don't like peppers, take away the peppers, replace it with something else. You don't like cucumbers, replace it with something else. But the staples are the quinoa, black beans and chickpeas, guacamole, and the spicy kale mix. And of course, your choice of tortillas. And then you just put it all together. I like to layer it. And then you're done. And that's the dish. Super easy, really good. Normally I like to mix it up with different peppers to give it a little bit more color. But this is basically, you get the gist. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, stay cool, stay smooth, and stay true. Peace.